Murderers. The king Antonio Sebastian and their noblemen and servants had been wandering about hopelessly on the island looking for food and a place to sleep. The noblemen tried to comfort the king who thought that his son had drowned. Some of them said that they thought they had seen Ferdinand swimming towards the shore, but none of them was very cheerful. Only Gonzalo had much to say. He was surprised to see how green the island was. He thought people could live there comfortably if they wanted to. They would never need to do any work and their lives would be very easy. At last, the King Gonzalo and some of the others fell asleep, getting away from the storm and wandering about the island had made them very tired, but Antonio and Sebastian, the king's brother, remained awake. Antonio was still a very weak man. He had not changed over the years. He said to Sebastian that as Ferdinand, the king's son, was dead, Sebastian would become the king of Naples when Alonso died. If they killed the kings now, Sebastian could become king of Naples immediately. They agreed to help one another and took out their swords. They were going to kill both Alonso and Gonzalo. Just in time, Ariel, who was standing close by them, watching what was happening, made a noise in Gonzalo's ear and woke him up. Gonzalo saw Sebastian and Antonio standing close to him and the king with swords in their hands. He asked them what they were doing, and they said they had heard a noise and thought there might be some danger. They said they were protecting the king and Gonzalo. Prospero had commanded Ariel to look after the noblemen, but he had also told him to make them suffer for their evil deeds in Italy. When the king and his friends had Ariel Ariel tricked and puzzled and frightened them with strange sights and sounds. They began searching for food again. Just as they were losing hope, they heard the sound of peculiar music. Spirits appeared before them in strange shapes, carrying rich food. The spirits invited the travelers to eat, and then they disappeared. The hungry men were surprised and delighted and began to eat. Suddenly, Ariel appeared in the form of a great ugly bird. He clapped his wings over the table, and the feast disappeared. Ariel himself remained before the shocked men and spoke to them. He called Alonso, Antonio, and Sebastian, three men of sin. He reminded Alonso and Antonio that they had been very weak, and he said they were hardly fit to live, for they had sent away the good Prospero from Milan. Without any cause, they had left him and his innocent child in a dangerous boat. Now they themselves knew all about the danger of storms at sea. Only the sea had taken Alonso's dear son from him. Only one thing could save them from death on this island: sorrow for their evil deeds and a desire to live a better life in the future. As soon as Ariel had finished, he vanished. The king and his parents were too surprised to speak. Alonso was very shocked for he thought he had heard Ariel say the Ferdinand was dead. He, Antonio, and Sebastian at last replied how wicked they had been. They felt so unhappy and ashamed that they could not think about anything else.